Hey, good evening, Athey Creekers. Just a word of devotion for you tonight. Just a thing to consider during these quarantine days, another day of quarantine. Hope you're all doing well. One of the things that you and I are forced to do here is to be still. Um, it reminds me of Psalm 46:10. We sing that psalm quite a bit there at church. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of need. The Lord is that. And there in verse 10 of chapter 46, it says, "Be still and know that I am God." But the last part is interesting there. It says, "And I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted on the earth." One of the things that trials and difficulties do is sometimes make us be still. We're stuck in our homes, quarantined and locked down and all that. Have you seen some of the images on the news? There's coyotes running through San Francisco right now because there's nobody on the streets, so the coyotes are running free. I thought that was an interesting news item. You see pictures of New York City with the streets empty. It's almost like one of those movies, about the apocalypse or something. But what it's doing is people are sitting around at home, and I see a lot of people complaining, "Man, what are we going to do? It's a bummer," and all this. I kind of chuckle because I think of history, a few hundred years ago, if you made it through the birth process, you were one of the lucky ones. And then if you made it through childhood, you were luckier still. And, your life expectancy was so much shorter. And, in a day where we have air conditioning, 911 call centers, and, we've got, great anesthesia when we're under surgery, and man, we're just so comfortable. We've got our, iPhones in our back pocket that basically have the sum of all human knowledge right there at your fingertips. We are just so comfortable. We've got it made so much, and yet, people are complaining still about our situation, having to be, staying at home. I'm kind of liking this stay-at-home thing. For this season, it's kind of neat. What my family's doing is we're having dinner, every night. It's kind of reminds me of the Waltons, where we're just sitting around and enjoying each other's presence. The people that are family, because we're living in the same house. I know you can't do gatherings right now, but so I know some of you are probably alone. But even with family, I've noticed there's some downtime, and you need to be still and know that He is God. And one of the things that, with all of our comforts and our the things that we enjoy that I was just talking about, God has become culturally irrelevant in our world, where we've got everything we need. Why need God? We're healthy, we're happy, everything's perfect. But this crisis of the coronavirus, it's made people have to realize, wow, we're not as in control as we really thought we were. And I'm wondering if it's making people to have to think about God more. On the Drudge Report today, it says there's an awakening spiritually happening. I hope so. I don't know. We'll see. And I hope people will awaken in the right side of the bed, if you know what I mean. Because Jesus is what people need. It was Corrie Ten Boom that she was one that said, you'll never know that Jesus is all you need until Jesus is all you have. And I think that, for us in this time, first of all, we don't have it that bad yet. Thank the Lord for that. But if you do have it bad, and if it is hard, let's just remember and be still and know that He is God. And man, He's got this. We're going to make our way through this. And maybe we can point others, instead of, complaining and griping, we can point others in that direction of the answer. Though the mountains be removed, though the earth fades, though health deteriorates, He's still God and He's still in control. And so that's a great thing for us to do. If you find yourself, like I was kind of sharing with you yesterday, if you find yourself, stressing out about all this, be still. Know that He is God. Remind yourself of that truth and find strength in that. There's coming a day where everybody's going to acknowledge that. Even the heathen, the Bible says, they're going to understand that, well, He's God. We were wrong. Better to know that now, better to live that now during these times than to be shocked when that day comes where every knee will bow, every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is in fact the Lord. And that's your devotion for this day. God bless you guys. We'll see you at the weekend services. Looking forward to teaching more of Isaiah on Saturday night at 6, Sunday morning at 8, 10, and 12. And we'll be seeing you online live for those services. God bless you guys.